The 10 top automakers in the world are here. So it's like an auto show now. A lot of this can actually be summed up by a comment made by the past CEO of Ford, Alan Mulally, who actually quite elegantly at one time explained to a group of us that they have learned that the current market of people like technology in their car. They like to use their phones in their car and everything. And quite honestly, he said, that's less expensive and less complicated for us to install in cars than to develop a more fuel-efficient engine or a better transmission. Not that they don't want to do that. So at that base level, they're competing here at this show by showing, my car is a social car, my car is a connected car. Now within that is the whole, thing of autonomous cars, which of course is very interesting, but you realize the amount of infrastructure that really has to be built. This is a very long-term cycle, even though they can show some. And now, maybe most interesting to me is the development of electric cars, which these alternative powered cars is something that's in the wheelhouse of some of these companies. And that looks, genuinely really very exciting. And some of these things, collision avoidance, recognition, lane guidance, these are some very good features, and they're all enabled by electronics. But it always goes back to what Mr. Mulally said, which is they can put these things in cars, people will pay for them, they'll select these cars on that basis, yet it's easier and actually less costly for the automaker to do it. So that's why they're here. This is a way of marketing. And when you put it in the context that in order to meet CAFE rules, the fact is what I may have grown up, which was, how many horsepower is a car? Nobody talks about that anymore. So we don't have that kind of performance car by and large. They haven't disappeared. But the bulk of people are buying, cars that look a lot alike. So they're separated by, it has, Apple integration. It has Android integration in the car. It has mapping. It has other services. And people like them. It's a convenience. Now we're going to see with the Internet of Things, I'm saying, well, it can hook up to your home and it can trade data, it can report back. Some of these benefits are really for the car maker. They're not necessarily for you. So all this telematics you see mostly helps the car maker really understand what goes wrong with the car, how to improve quality. If you improve quality, you lower your service costs, you can turn service into a profit center. This is a real basis of the business. And in fact, when you look at these connected things, the truth of it is there are a lot of benefits. A lot of them are in service and product quality and also how to advertise to people who are using them. They aren't necessarily benefits to the consumer. I'm not saying they're not real benefits, but they're often cloaked in benefits to the consumer that are maybe a little bit sketchy at times.